On the outskirts of a small town surrounded by dense, whispering woods, there was a restaurant called Elysian Tables. It had no advertisements, no website, and no social media presence, yet it was always fully booked. Locals rarely spoke about it, and the few that did would quickly change the subject, their faces pale and uneasy. It was as if the place existed in a bubble, a secret only whispered to those desperate enough to seek it. For Clara, an ambitious food blogger, Elysian Tables was the ultimate enigma. Her blog, The Gourmet Nomad, was struggling to stand out in the crowded world of food journalism. When she heard hushed mentions of the restaurant during a dinner party, she knew it was her chance to uncover something extraordinary. A few discreet inquiries and a hefty bribe later, she secured a reservation. The restaurant was located deep within the forest, accessible only by a winding dirt road. Clara arrived just as the sun dipped below the horizon, leaving the world bathed in twilight. The building was unassuming, a single-story structure with large windows that glowed faintly from within. There was no sign, just a wrought iron gate with the initials E.T. intricately woven into the design. As she entered, a wave of unease washed over her. The interior was luxurious yet unsettling. Crystal chandeliers cast fractured light across dark oak tables. The air was thick with the scent of rich spices and something faintly metallic. The patrons, dressed impeccably, spoke in hushed tones, their faces obscured by the dim lighting. A waiter appeared, seemingly out of nowhere, his movements eerily fluid. His face was pale and expressionless, his eyes a shade too dark to be natural. "Welcome, Ms. Clara," he said, his voice smooth but hollow. "Your table awaits." When Clara came to, she was back at her table. But everything felt wrong. The room was colder, the colors muted, the diners were gone, replaced by shadows that flickered and writhed. The man across from her stood, his expression unreadable. "Welcome to Elysian Tables," he said. "Your table is now permanent." Clara tried to speak, to move, but she couldn't. Her body was frozen, her voice stolen. She was a part of the restaurant now, a silent observer in a place that would never let her go. And outside, the forest whispered, waiting for the next guest to arrive.